Academy of Human Excellence. My name is Komal B and today we are going to take the next part of the story, The Magic Gifts. Now in this story, the first part we already have learned in the previous video. We know that in this story there were three sons of the Chin. This was Chin. When he died, after that these three sons they divided his fortune into three parts. But in these three sons, Yong and Yin, they were a greedy people. They want more and more. From that fortune, they had taken the large part, and which small part remained, that they offered to the Chin. In this story, Chin is a good boy. He is always listening to the elders. He is never complaining about everything. But after that, these two brothers, they had taken the large part of the fortune. They spent the money for their well-being, for their great lifestyle. So after that, they bought many furniture and this house now full of new furniture. They just only ordered this Chin that to go out of the house and don't come again. Even after some days when they saw and when they noticed that this Chin now the poorest person in this village. They said, this look bad for my family. Now you also have to leave this village and don't come back. When he heard it, what happened next in the story, that we are going to learn it here. But before that, first we will read the remaining part of the story here.
Chin didn't want to upset his brother, so he left the village. He walked for miles and miles. At last, he came to a wide stream. He took off his shoes and dangled his tired feet in the cool water. "Excuse me," said a voice. Chin jumped. Behind him stood an old monk. "I'm on my way back to my temple," said the monk, "but I can't get across the stream." Chin was tired, but he was happy to help. "No problem," he said. "Jump on my back." The old monk held on tightly. Chin carefully waded through the rushing water. The monk and his bundle were heavier than they looked, but Chin kept going. When Chin reached the other side of the stream, the monk gave a weak sigh. "Could you carry me to my temple?" he asked. "No problem," puffed Chin. After a long walk, Chin and the monk arrived at a lonely, deserted temple. "Where are the others?" asked Chin. "I'm the only one here," said the monk. "It's hard life." Chin felt sorry for him. "I'll stay and help you," he said. Chin spent the next few months sweeping floor, mending things, and copying out books. One day, the monk noticed Chin looking sad. "What's the matter?" he asked. "I miss my brothers and the villagers," sighed Chin. "Then you must return," said the monk. "I will be fine on my own." The next day, Chin got ready to leave. "I have 3 gifts for you," said the monk. The monk handed Chin an old straw mat, a wooden spoon, a pair of chopsticks. "They might come in use," said the monk with a smile. Chin walked all day. "I'll spend the night in the forest," he thought. He spread out the straw mat and lay down on top of it. It was thin and worn, but Chin soon fell asleep. When Chin woke up, he couldn't believe his eyes. The forest had disappeared. He was lying on a big bed in a beautiful room. Chin poked his head out of the window. He saw in the tower of Grand Castle. Chin saw the old straw mat under the mattress of the bed. Chin picked up the spoon. It made him think of food. "I wish I had something to eat," he sighed. Fruit came pouring out of the spoon. Grapes, cherries, plums, peaches, and pineapples peeled up on the floor. As he munched on the fruit, Chin looked down at his torn clothes. "I wish my suit was as fine as this castle," said Chin. taking a handful of cherries. Chin suddenly found himself dressed in silk robes. The mat and the spoon must be magical, he thought. I wonder if the chopsticks are magical too, thought Chin, tapping them together. Suddenly, four beautiful maids appeared. They sang and danced for Chin.
Now I know that you are interested to listen that what happened with this poor Chin when this bad brothers ordered him to, you must have to go out of the village. This look bad for my family. So go out of the village and don't come back. This poor Chin, he walked miles and miles. He walked a long distance. After that he was too tired, and when he walked mile and mile, he reached near a wide stream. There was a wide stream. You know now what is stream when water is coming down and flowing there. So that is called stream. So there was a big stream. There was a wide stream. Wide means big. So there was a wide stream. After that, now this Chin, he was so tired. He said, "Oh, I'm too tired. Now I need a rest." He just only saw that, wow, this is very cool water. He removed his shoes, he took off his shoes, and just only after that, what he done, he just only kept his feet in that water. He dangled feet in that water. Dangle means what? See the spelling? D-A-N-G-L-E. Dangle means swing freely. You know, when we walk a lot or when we are feeling tired, when we feel pain in feet, we are mostly taking a hot water or the cold water. When we keep our feet in that, we feel so relaxed. Same thing happened and we feel so nice. When he kept his two feet in a cool water and he started to dangle it, he started to swing the legs, he started to swing that feet, and he now feeling so relaxed. At the time when he was relaxing at the side of the stream, he heard something. Someone called him. Who was there? Someone said, "Excuse me." He just only jumped off. He looked behind. Oh, you know who was there? There was an old monk. Now see the picture. Here you can see the picture of monk. So there was an old monk with the things. He was carrying many things on his back. There were some sticks on his back and that he was carrying with him. He said, yeah, tell me, you called me, right? He said, yes, I am too old and it is very hard for me to cross the stream. Can you help me to cross the stream? Now, this Chin, he was so nice. Already he walked a mile distance. He walked a lot of distance. But after that also, he was ready to help that old monk. He said, yes, absolutely. He was tired, but he felt very happy to help someone. He said, okay, now you jump on my back. When this monk jumped on his back, this monk held him tightly. Can you see this picture here? So this way, this monk jumped on Chin's back and after that, he held him very tightly. Now, this Chin, he started to walk by that rushing water. Now, what rushing water? Rushing means moving something with a speed. When water moves in a speed, so that we call rushing. So, this Chin went through a rushing water. Went means walk carefully. You know that it is a lot of chances if we are walking through the water, we can slip there, and especially when someone is on our back or if we are carrying something very important. So that time we should be very careful. So this Chin was walking with wed in that rushing water very carefully. Wed means what? W-A-D-E. Wed means walk with an effort. With a full of efforts, with careful in mind, he was walking through that rushing water, with that running water. And after that, after the lot of efforts, finally he reached on the other side of stream. Now he said, now maybe I complete my work. The monk and his bundle were more heavier than it looks. After that, monk requested to the Chin that could you please carry me to the temple? He just took it puff. Puff means what? Breathe quickly. See the spelling of puff. P-U-F-F-E, puff means breathe quickly. When someone requests us to do this thing and if we are tired, we are taking a deep breath and we again start to continue that work. We start to do that work. So Chin also puffed and said, yes, why not? Of course, I'll drop you there. I'll carry you to the temple. He just carried that an old monk to the temple, which is deserted temple. Deserted means not that desert which is full of sand. Here this means a house which is small and which is just only one house was there. So he dropped him there. After that he asked that monk, where are the other person? Monk said, no one is living here. Just only I am staying in this temple. This is really hard life. Then Chin felt really sorry for him. Chin felt sad and he said, can I live with you? Can I stay with you for your help? Monk smiled and gave the permission to this Chin that you can live with me. After this, many days passed, many months passed. Chin lived there and started to help that monk. Chin swept the floor, he was just arranging the books, he was doing that all the work which is helping that monk and which helped that monk to get relaxed. So he was doing that all this stuff. He was cleaning the temple, he was keeping the things on a proper place. But one day what happened? That Chin looked sad and monk observed this thing. Monk noticed this thing. Monk said, Chin, why you are looking so sad? Then Chin sadly replied, I am just only missing my village and my brother. Now monk replied, if you are truly missing your brother and your village, there is no use to stay here. You can go now. You return to your village. I am okay here. I will manage everything. That day he just only packed all the things. He was ready to go to the village again. On the next day monk said that Chin, please come here and thank you that you helped me. But now I want to give you 3 things which will maybe help you in your journey. So he said, which 3 things? The first thing is that stick mat. First you offer a stick mat to him. Then the second thing is, see here, this is spoon. And the third one is chopstick. This picture is also here on a blackboard. So these 3 magical gifts he offered to Chin. This time Chin, he really don't have any idea about it, that these are magical things. He just only thought that they offered me the simple things only. So he just accepted that and he started to walk. He walked full day. After that he reached into the forest and he thought, I walk a lot. Now maybe I need to take a rest in the forest for today's night. After that, he just only took out that old straw mat which is made by straw and that is very old and also worn. Worn means, see here, W-O-R-M. This means not as which is passing hit, not that type of thing. Worn means damaged because has been used. If we are using something regularly or again and again, it gets damaged and very old. So this type of that old mat was there. Now, so he just only spread on land and he started to sleep. When he slept on that mat was thinner because of that use. It became thinner and nothing was there. Just only mat he spread on the land and he goes to sleep. He goes really very fast. But in the morning, you know what happened? Imagine if you sleep in your small house and the next morning if you notice this thing that early I am in a palace, what will be your reaction? You must be surprised, right? You must be will feel very happy that wow, now I am in a palace. So this thing same happened when he woke up now. When Chin woke up from the night, he said he just noticed that I am not on the old straw mat. Here I am lying on a very soft and very big bed. Wow, this is nice. But he said, but how this is possible? How this forest disappeared and now when I'm looking around me, there's just only a big walls are here. This is bed is here. He just only out, means he looked out from the window which was there, and that time he understood, array, I'm not in just only small house. Here is a big castle, a big house, and I'm standing here. I just only slept last night in this castle. Wow, what a pleasant surprise for him, huh? After that, he again went to the bed and he just took that spoon out from his bag. Now he started to think about food. If I'll get food, then fruit. Can I get fruits? Then, what a miracle! After that, he just only think about it thing, and then many fruits start pouring out from that spoon. Pour means something flowing in continuously. Continuously, many fruits started to come out from that spoon. You know, cherry, then pineapple, then other things, peanuts, everything. Then it started to come out from that spoon. Now he understand. Array, these are magical things. These things are giving me everything. Means when I need food, this spoon start pouring many fruits from it. When I spread this mat, it changed in a castle. Now he thought, but look at myself. I'm wearing torn clothes. I need a clothes which is suitable for this castle, for this palace. Then he just only think about it. Automatically he observed that he was wearing a silk cloth. Wow. He said these two things are magical, but what about the third one, that chopstick? He just took it out and he just only used it, that chopstick, and make a sound. When he tapped on each other, that chopstick, suddenly four maids appeared in front of him and started to dance and sing for him. He thought that, wow, this is so nice that now I'm getting everything which I want, and without any other bad intention. I get this from that monk, and he started to say thank you in a mind to that monk. And he also started to think about his brother. He said, when my brother will see this thing, what they will think about me. So that part you are going to learn into the next video. Now which words we learn here, that we are going to repeat it here. Just look at the blackboard. The first word is dangle, dangle. It means swing freely. The second word is wade, wade. Wade means walk with an effort. The third one is rushing, rushing. Rushing, it means moving something with a great speed. Next is sign, singh. It means an act or the sound of signing. Puff, puff means breathe quickly. Next word is desert, desert. It means a house. Mend, mend. It means repairing something. Next word is worm, worm. It means damage because has been used for a long time. The last second is pour, pour. It means something flowing in continuous stream. And the last one is munch, munch. Munch means eat something steady. So this way we learn the second part of the story, and remaining part you will get into the next video. Bye.